Hey guys, Miss Becky back on Monday. Today is Science Monday, and since it was raining this morning, I figured we would talk about some rain clouds. So I've got a little activity to do. I've got some facts about our rain clouds, and so we're gonna do the facts, and then towards the end, I will do the activity because I just figured that would help visualize what a rain cloud actually does, how our clouds are actually made, and stuff like that. So, where does rain come from? The water. Where does the water come from for our rain? Water for the rain comes from the ground, rivers, oceans, creeks, lakes, anything where you see water, that's where the water comes from. So the earth cycle, water cycle, pulls it out from the water, wherever it may be, the creek or whatever, and that's called evaporation. And then when the water leaves Earth, it's kind of warm, but when it gets up into the deep sky where it goes, it gets cooler. And these little water droplets, these water vapors rise up into the sky and condense into tiny particles of dust. And these billions of little droplets on these dust come together, and that's when you see a cloud. Now, more and more and more add to this cloud. These little particles. They just add and add and add and add and add until there's just too many for the cloud to hold anymore. And so gravity starts pulling that water down, and that forms our raindrops. And this is called precipitation. So sometimes you'll hear on the news and stuff, they say precipitation, and they're actually talking about rain. Rain has more than one name, though. So can anyone try to think of what some of those names might be? When the sky, it isn't always in a liquid form. Depending on the temperature of the Earth's ground, the surface of the Earth, and the air closest to the ground, it could be called snow. It could be called sleet, which is like a slushy, freezy ring. It could be ice, which is just like a water droplet, but it's ice. It's frozen. And hail. They're heavy balls of ice, and they can range from the size of a pea, the size of a grapefruit, to something. What does rain do when it comes, besides making us have to stay in the house and not get to go play outside? It waters the earth, because we have grass and trees and all that needs water. It refills our lakes and our streams and our creeks, and all things that require water to work. So like when you hear we're in a drought because we're not getting rain, you'll notice like the creeks get smaller or they go away. The lakes, their boundaries come in. You can see docks out of the water, and boats can't really get down on the boat docks and stuff. So when we get a mass amount of rain, our lakes and stuff grow. Sometimes they grow past the point we had them at, like they're used to being at, which is we need all the rain we can get, because when we have droughts, the extra rain we have helps. It provides moisture for our trees and plants that they need to use to make their food. It gives wild animals places to drink. So when you think of rain and you think about putting your mouth up and catching raindrops in your mouth, what do you think about? Do you think that rain's clear and clean? Or do you think it's nasty and dirty? Most of the time, it's dirty because of the pollution we put in our air. So like dirt and dust and chemicals and stuff that are real tiny get inside the water, the little molecules. They actually travel in the air up to where the clouds are, get in our rain, then they come back down and cause the rain to be dirty. But if you could go out to like the Amazon rainforest, if you could go somewhere where there's not very many buildings, none at all, if possible, and collect some rain, and then you go to the city and you collect some rain, you're going to visually notice a difference. So Raindrops can fall anywhere from 5 to 18 miles per hour depending on the size of the raindrop. And when you hear thunder and lightning, that's the best time to stay in your house and out of the rain, because that's when it's dangerous. But just because our rain's dirty, we can still play in it with our rain boots and splash in puddles when we're told we can. So let's talk about our clouds. We're going to do our activity now. So here's my cup of water. We're going to form a cloud on top of this cup of water. Now, not a real cloud, a pretend cloud, but it's shaving cream. Look, we're going to put our little cloud on it. Oh no, our cloud's getting huge. Look, there's our cloud. And so here comes our raindrops into our cloud. We're going to put some drops in here. And when these drops start getting too heavy for the rain cloud, they'll start coming into the water and you'll see them drop down into the water. There's one way over here, like rain does. So see how the drops are getting too heavy for the cloud, and they're going down and they're floating into our water. So this is what rain does. When it gets too heavy to be in the cloud anymore, it will drop into our atmosphere and rain down on us. See all that rain coming down? It's turning. We come turn the cup. There we go. I'll put it right there. That's a good view. So, this was an activity just to kind of show us what happens when it rains, how it happens, and now hopefully you know when it rains why we're getting it. What happened way up in the sky where the clouds are. The water got too heavy for the cloud, so gravity pulled that water from that cloud back to Earth, and that water will get evaporated again, and like water cycle, the water will get used over and over, reused in the clouds, rain, drank, whatever. All right, guys, I hope that helped with learning about some rain. This is an activity you can do at home with mom and dad. Simply need a cup of water, some shaving cream, and some food coloring. It can be any color. It doesn't have to be blue. Some activities just use different colors just to make it look fun and cool. So I hope y'all have a good rest of the day, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for social studies, I think. All right, bye guys.